The fire still burns bright. Hello, my radiant Sagittarius sisters. Welcome back to Zodiac Wisdom, where we dive into the stars and sprinkle a little soul into your everyday life. If you're between 40 and 60, listen up. Your soul's stirring, and so is your potential to build wealth that feels as free as you do. I'm talking about that deep, restless hum you've been feeling lately, the one that says there's more to this chapter than just coasting. You're not done yet, darling, and the universe agrees. This is your moment for a soul-stirring shift, and I'm here to guide you through it with some cosmic love and practical wisdom. Let's start with the stars, because they're practically shouting your name. Jupiter, your big-hearted ruling planet, is dancing with Pluto right now, and it's a powerful duo. Jupiter's all about abundance, think growth, opportunity, those big wins you've always chased. Pluto, though, it's the transformer, urging you to rethink what money and meaning look like at this stage of life. Together, they're whispering, or maybe hollering, that it's time to shed old skins and step into something richer, financially, emotionally, spiritually. I've been charting these skies for years, and 2025 is lighting up like a neon sign for you Sags in your 40s and 50s. Something's brewing, and it's got legacy written all over it. Now, let's sprinkle in some psychology. Because I'm not just your starry-eyed astrologer, I'm your soul sister shrink too. A 2023 Harvard Women's Health Report found that 55% of women aged 40 to 60 are craving reinvention. Sound familiar? You're not alone in wanting to shake things up. For you, my Sagittarian queen, that reinvention isn't just about a new hobby or a fresh haircut, it's a prosperous second act, where your wisdom meets your wanderlust and your bank account gets a glow-up. You've spent years building, maybe a career, a family, a small business, and now you're asking, what's next for me? That's the fire still burning bright inside you. And it's gorgeous. Here's my promise. I've got soulful news fresh from the cosmos and rich, heartfelt advice to light your way through this chapter. Whether you're running a small Etsy shop, freelancing your expertise, or just dreaming of more freedom, this is your time to shift gears. The stars are handing you the reins. Will you take them? Stick with me, and let's explore what's waiting. Ready? Let's dive in. What's happening in your world? So, my beautiful Sags, let's get cozy and real about what's swirling in your world right now. If you're between 40 and 60, life's probably a mix of steady wins and quiet questions. Your small business might be humming along, orders coming in, clients happy, but you're wondering how to make it sing. How to turn that hum into a full-on symphony. Or maybe your nest egg's growing, tucked away in savings or a 401k. Yet there's this nagging crave for more freedom, more time, more travel, more you. I've sat across from so many Sags your age, sipping tea or wine, and I see it in your eyes. You're proud of what you've built. But there's a piece missing. Sound familiar? That's your soul stirring, and it's a beautiful thing. Cosmically, here's what's up. Your Sagittarius wanderlust, that wild, horizon-chasing spirit, hasn't faded. It's just matured into something sharper. A strategic vision that's perfect for turning your experience into profit. Jupiter's still your cheerleader, pushing you to dream big. But now it's paired with a wisdom that only comes with time. You're not the 20-something Sag jumping on every whim, though that was fun, wasn't it? You're the 40 or 50-something Sag who knows what she's good at and wants it to pay off, literally and figuratively. Maybe you're running a side gig that's steady but small. Or maybe you're in a career that's solid but stifling. Either way, there's a shift happening, and it's calling you to step up. I've seen this play out in the most inspiring ways. Take Jane, a 58-year-old Sag I met at a Zodiac Wisdom event. She'd been dabbling with an Etsy shop, selling handmade jewelry, mostly for fun. Last year, she decided to get serious, upped her marketing, streamlined her designs, and scaled it to $10 in sales. Her hands are busy, her heart's full, and her bank account's thanking her. Then there's Michael, 49, who'd been a corporate trainer for years. She told me it felt like pushing a boulder uphill. She pivoted to freelance coaching, using her decades of know-how. And now she's earning more with half the hours. These aren't flukes, they're Sags like you, feeling that same tug to make their world bigger. What about you? Maybe you're juggling a mortgage, grown kids, or a business that's finally stable. Yet there's this voice saying, "Where's my next adventure?" It's not selfish, it's your essence. At this age, expansion isn't just about chasing thrills, it's about legacy, impact, and yes, a fatter wallet. I've counseled sags who stare at their savings, wondering how to grow it, or who run a hustle that's teetering on greatness. Wherever you're at, whether it's a home office, a storefront, or a quiet corner plotting your next move, the stars say you're primed for more. This isn't just a phase, it's your canvas. Take a deep breath. My friend, your world's about to shift. 3. The exciting news. Wealth meets wisdom. Now, my Sagittarius queens, let's get to the good stuff, the exciting news that's got the cosmos buzzing and your heart humming. Picture this. Jupiter's aligning in 2025. And it's hinting at financial windfalls that could change the game. Maybe a project you've poured your soul into takes off. Or an old investment, say, that stock you bought on a hunch, blooms into something sweet. This isn't vague horoscope fluff. I've been tracking these transits. And they're practically shouting, Sagittarius, your wealth meets your wisdom now. The stars are lining up to reward your experience. Especially if you're bold enough to lean in. Could this be the year your legacy starts paying dividends, literally? Astrologically, it's a goldmine moment. Jupiter's 2025 alignment is like a cosmic spotlight, amplifying your natural knack for growth. It's opening doors, maybe a client offers a lucrative deal, or a passion project finds its audience. For some of you, it's an old seed finally sprouting, like that idea you jotted down years ago. Now ripe for the picking. I saw this with Linda, a 54-year-old sag who'd invested $1 in a tech stock a decade back. She forgot about it until last year, when it hit $5, enough to fund a dream trip to Peru. Jupiter doesn't play small, and neither should you. This is your chance to cash in on your past efforts. Psychologically, there's a boost here too. The American Psychological Association, 2024, found that women over 50 who pivot careers feel 25% more empowered, and empowerment breeds prosperity. You've got decades of grit and grace, Sagittarius, and right now, that's your superpower. Reinvention isn't just about feeling good, it's about building a life where your finances match your freedom. Imagine turning your knack for teaching into a consultancy, or your love for crafting into a thriving online store. The payoff? Cash flow that lets you live your truth, not just pay the bills. Here's where I get personal. Because I've seen too many sags your age, and I've counseled dozens, think they're coasting into the sunset. But you're not coasting, you're crafting a legacy that pays. In dollars and joy. Picture yourself a year from now, sipping tea in a garden you've built. Smiling because you dared to bet on yourself. Or maybe it's bigger, funding a grandkid's education. Or taking that long-dreamed-of trip to New Zealand. That's what Jupiter's promising, not a fleeting win, but a shift that rewrites your story. Take my sag cousin, 56. She joined a women's investment club with a $2 stake. A year later, it's $3,800, and she's hooked on the game. Or look at Rachel, 52, who turned her baking hobby into a local hit, $3 a month from custom cakes. This isn't luck, it's what happens when wisdom meets the stars' call. So, my friend, this is your season to blend wealth with purpose. The universe is dialing your number. What will you say? IV. Tailored advice for Sagittarius women, 40 to 60. Alright, my wise sags. We've reached the heart of our chat, where we get practical and turn those cosmic whispers into action. You're between 40 and 60, with experience to burn and a soul that's ready to shift. Let's make it work for you. Starting with awakening financial prosperity. Because you deserve a life as rich as your spirit. Awakening financial prosperity. First, harvest your experience, it's your gold mine. You've got decades of know-how, package it. Start a consultancy or write an ebook. I met a 52-year-old sag, Ellen, who turned her HR expertise into a $5 a month coaching gig in 6 months. Clients adore her warmth. Or take Susan, 57, who wrote a gardening guide based on her years of tending roses. It's now netting $1,200 monthly on Amazon. Your skills aren't just stories, they're profit waiting to happen. Next, take smart risks for big rewards. Don't hoard cash, grow it. Put $1 into a dividend stock. Investopedia, 2024, says a 4% yield means $40 a year per stock. Reinvest those gains, by 60. It could be $2.500. Or try a mutual fund. $2 at 5% annual growth hits $3.300 in a decade. I've seen SAGs shy away, fearing loss. But you're not reckless, you're seasoned. Start small, research, and let it build. My friend Laura, 48, did this with a $500 bond. It's now $800, funding her weekend getaways. Network like a SAG, your charm's a goldmine. Attend a local business event or join an online mastermind. LinkedIn, 2024, says 65% of women over 45 land deals through connections. I saw this with Maria, 55, she pitched at a women's entrepreneur meetup and snagged a $4 contract. Or try virtual, my SAG aunt, 60, joined a Zoom group and landed a $2 consulting gig. Your warmth opens doors, walk through them. Protect your gains with an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months expenses. Sagittarians often overspend on spontaneity, that last-minute trip. Right? But this safety net frees you to take bolder leaps. I helped a 49-year-old SAG, Tina, save $6 in a year. She's now pitching bigger clients without fear. It's not restriction, it's power. Relationships. Partner with a money-savvy friend for brainstorming. 2 SAG minds doubled my aunt's savings in a year. She went from $5 to $10 with a buddy's nudge. Meet over coffee, swap ideas, and watch your plans grow. Your optimism attracts allies, use them. Self-care. Ground your energy with a ritual, sip tea by a window. Dream up your next win. Clarity breeds cash, and you need that calm. Look at Lisa, 56, she started journaling by her garden. Then launched a $1.500 a month floral business. Or take Ellen, 50, a weekend hike sparked a $2 rental property idea. You're not too old for bold, you're wise enough to make it last. Versus conclusion, shift into abundance. My dear Sagittarius, as we wrap this Zodiac Wisdom journey, let's take a moment to breathe. You're between 40 and 60, a powerful, soulful place, and Jupiter's lighting the way, blending your wisdom with wealth. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about claiming the abundance you've earned. With the savvy and grace you've built over decades, you've got a foundation, maybe a humming business, a growing nest egg, or a heart full of dreams, and now it's time to shift into a life that's as prosperous as it is free. Think back, 2025's cosmic alignment is opening doors. Your world's primed for reinvention. And wealth's calling if you step up. This isn't for the reckless, it's for you. A woman who knows what matters. Financial freedom means living your truth, traveling to Tuscany, securing a legacy, or just sleeping better at night. I've seen SAGs like Jane scale a shop to $10,000. Ellen coach her way to $5,000 a month. You've got that fire too. It's not chance, it's courage meeting the stars. And you've got both. Here's your challenge. What's one prosperous idea you'll explore? Maybe it's calling a friend to brainstorm. Or investing that $1 you've been sitting on. Perhaps it's sketching a business plan over tea. Make it real, write it down. Set a date, own it. You're the archer, steady and strong, with Jupiter as your guide. This isn't hoping, it's doing. With the wisdom to make it stick. I believe in you, Sagittarius, not just because the stars say so, but because I've seen your strength. You're not coasting, you're crafting a legacy that pays. Take this shift, embrace it, and let's build something soul-stirring together. The stars say now's your time, so what's your next move?